Hey there, Bears. Mr. Kicklighter here again with the September 15th edition of Social Studies. This is fifth grade social studies recorded lesson for September 15th. I'd like to remind you that this year we are using what we call the inquiry method. And remember, the word inquiry means like a question or an investigation into something. So if you inquire about something, you are investigating that thing or looking into it or asking questions about it. And we remember we talked last week about how we have three portions to our inquiry method. We have questions that will guide us the entire way. We have sources that we go to find the answer to questions. And we have tasks that we perform in order to make sense of the questions, in order to form arguments based upon the questions, and in order to organize our thinking and answer the question. So we talk about the questions. This is what the questions basically are. They require the use of sources, and sometimes they're sparked from those same sources, and they give purpose and direction to tasks. And if you remember last week, we are going to be sticking with this compelling question for a little while. It's called If We Live in the Present, Why Should We Care About the Past? And remember last week we talked about um, Juneteenth and July 4th, both being celebrations of independence. We compared the two and we did arguments. Then you did a task. You argued about did laws protect everyone equally? And now today we're going to look at the supporting question of, oh, I got supporting question written there twice. So we're going to look at the supporting question that says, why do we live in such a diverse country? And I'm going to do this one for you, and then I'm going to create a video and put it in here so you can see that with your slideshow. But I want you to see the process that I use to form my argument, to perform the inquiry method on this particular supporting question. So first off, I have to understand the question. Why do we live in such a diverse country? And if I was a student in the fifth grade, I might wonder, what is this word diverse right here? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the next page, which is where I'm going to list my sources. Okay. It says they deliver disciplinary content and answer questions through arguments. They help to organize student thinking. So my first bit of thinking that I want to organize is I want to know, what does diverse mean? And I might even go back in there if I want to organize my stuff really well and highlight that and hit Control B, and that will bold it. You can also just come up here and click this button, and that will make it bold. So what does diverse mean? So I'm going to come over here, open a new tab, and I'm simply going to look up diverse definition. Of course, you have to wait for your internet. We all do these days. We love that. I suggest having like a nice glass of water or something to drink while you wait. So this says diverse is showing a great deal of variety, very different. And I can just look, I can highlight this, Control C to copy it, and then I'm going to bring this over here to my notes, and I'm going to hit Control V. Showing a great deal of variety, very different. And that is just going to be, and I'm going to do this, watch me. I'm going to put some quotation marks around that because that is a direct quote from a source. Now, where did I get that from? I can simply come over here. I can look and I can say, oh, that is a Google dictionary definition. So then I'm going to come back here and I'm going to list my source right behind it. I'm going to put it in parentheses. This is a Google dictionary definition. Okay. And then just because I like to make things all the same and nice and flow, I'm going to go up here and I'm going to make this a different size. I think it's 18. Here's the rest of this. There we go. Perfect. Now it matches. Okay. So what does diverse mean? I've already answered that question. So I know that diverse means showing a great deal of variety or very different, right? So if I apply that to the question that I had, which was, Come on, slow computer. Why do we live in such a diverse country? So they're saying that we live in a country that is very different, that has very different things in it, right? And if I am in my class, I'm going to pull on my background knowledge of yesterday during our morning meeting when we talked about the different cultures that were present in our own room. Those different cultures are a show of what we call diversity, right? They are diverse. That means there's lots of different things. We had people talking about speaking different languages, eating different foods. We had people talking about wearing different hairstyles because of their culture. Lots of different things, the different music, all kinds of stuff that is different. And why is our country so diverse? So I might come up with the question to help me answer why is our country so diverse? Why is oh, I don't want that to be bold. Why is the United States so diverse? I would ask that question. And then again, I'm going to come over here and I can basically type that in. Why is the United States so diverse? Hit enter, and it's going to come up with some different search, some different things that they found. Okay. So we want to look for things that are reputable sources, meaning that they've been published. So the Washington Post is a big newspaper, right? So this looks like an article by the Washington Post, and it says the increasingly diverse United States of America. I'm going to keep looking, okay? Oh, look, and even in here, it has this little people also ask section if you're using Google. Go up here if you see something. What does it mean to be a diverse country? I'm going to click on that just to double check. It says cultural diversity is the quality of diverse or different cultures, which we talked about yesterday, akin to cultural decay. I'm not sure what that means. The phrase cultural diversity can also refer to having different cultures respect each other's differences. I like that one. So I'm going to copy that. And that tells me down here that the source is from Wikipedia. Okay. So I'm going to control C that, and then I'm going to come back over to my slideshow, hit enter, hit control V. The phrase cultural diversity, and I'm going to clean that up later, but it says the phrase cultural diversity can also refer to having different cultures respect each other's differences. That doesn't tell me why. It's nice. I like that people respect each other's differences. But why do we have such a diverse population here in the United States? I'm going to go back and I'm going to scroll down. It says views on America's growing racial ethnic diversity. The United States, the land of cultural diversity. And this says it's from londonschool.com. Let's see what this is. So I click here. Uh-oh. It tells me. Oh, are we getting back on track? Possibly. Take a drink of your water, your milk, whatever you have. The United States, the land of cultural diversity. And then, ladies and gentlemen, I got to read. I got to look in here. The United States of America, due to its immense size and diverse heritage, has one of the most complex cultural identities in the world. Wait a minute. Here it says millions of immigrants from all over the globe have journeyed to America since the Europeans discovered and colonized the land back in the 17th and 18th centuries. I am going to copy that. Control C after I highlight it, come over to my slideshow, and we're just pulling things from different sources. And look, I reminded myself I need to put some quotation marks around that. And remember to say that it was from Wikipedia, in parentheses, come down to the next line, Control V that bad boy in there. And I'm going to put quotation marks around that.